It is green. You see it right there, and it will be with us for quite some time. Scientists say the algal bloom of 2020 expanding across Lake Erie. A local company believes there is a solution, and this News 5 original, Jordan Vandenberg, explains.
At best, it's disgusting, and at worst, the harmful algal blooms that we see on Lake Erie every summer can affect drinking water and cause millions of dollars in lost revenue every single year. Sun, sand, and surf. The luxuries of life on the lake. But like anything else in life, sometimes
there can be too much of a good thing.
Dr. Brian Alford, the assistant director at Ohio State's Stone Laboratory, has been tracking for years the annual harmful algal blooms that coat Lake Erie. This year's bloom is already coming. They are fueled by two things, nitrogen and phosphorus, that's primarily used in agriculture. Think of it like this. What Joey Chestnut is to hot dogs, algae is to nitrogen and phosphorus.
The community of algae that live in Lake Erie will take advantage of that just the same way that the plants would have taken advantage of it on the fields. But in the lake, the algae take advantage of it, and they will use those nutrients to grow and reproduce and make more of themselves.
Alford says the problem is relatively simple, but the solution isn't.
It's an extraordinary challenge because the Lake Erie basin in itself is many millions of acres, and many millions of acres of land are used in agriculture. So it's very difficult to get that amount of people over that large a landscape to all do the same types of mitigation.
You could be the first state or the last state. Eventually, somebody's going to take me.
Dwayne Dillingham from a local company called Balance America believes he has the algae antidote. His proprietary system, he says, is one part physics and another part biology. In simple terms, the nitrogen and phosphorus are given weight and sink to the bottom of a waterway. Once there, special bacteria consume it. The system, Dillingham says, has been used with success in China and Africa, but so far has not been used in the United States.
Our waterways are the critical part of our infrastructure, so we have to pay attention to them. And let's face it, without water, you're only going to live for 7 days. So we need to think about this. This is a real problem.
Dillingham says his system requires further testing and research, and he hopes eventually the state will fund it. Balance America's system would be a major departure from current mitigation techniques, including wetlands, which are a lot like nature's Brita filters.
Lake Erie itself has a lot of wetland habitat on its shores, so some of that can be used to help filter out some of the nutrients that come down the rivers and streams once they come off the landscape.
Officials say the blooms bring a negative economic impact in the tens of millions of dollars every single year. And the cost of testing his system, Dillingham says, is like a drop in the lake by comparison.
How long are we going to wait? That's the question.
In Cleveland, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.